World Series champs. What a way to come into the show.
Get your tickets now. Line up. Queue up. That's where we're headed with the Boston Red Sox. Another win last night over the vaunted Oakland A's. Red Sox winning it. Well, I mean, there was one part of that was true. They are having some late drama, some late heroics to win these games, but that's what it's taking to beat the Oakland A's. So,
yeah, and again, that's I'm going to be a fan of this Red Sox team for as long as they want to win 3 out of every 4 games. I'm going to applaud them for getting the W's. I'm not going to add into the hype machine because the team they just took 3 out of 4 from, I believe, has now won 7 of their last 36 games or something like that. Like, Sacramento's going through it. And the Red Sox, they took 3 out of 4, but it was a grind out there.
Yep. If they go into Chavez Ravine and play the Dodgers and sweep that series, then
I'll be sounding like Will Fleming come Tuesday of next week.
All right, so we have one Red Sox fan in the Greenway Equipment Studios. We have one non-Red Sox fan in the Greenway Equipment Studios. I like that. What was some news outlet used to say?
Fair and balanced, baby.
That's right.
We're covering all angles.
Oh, yeah. The Greenway Equipment Studios, brought to you by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a Deere, and we're presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Mark Paulette across the way is the Red Sox fan, although not part of the hype machine. And I'm Jim Churchill here opposite Mark. A non-Red Sox fan, and definitely not part of the hype machine.
That's really the hard part about it, because part of that hype machine makes you feel like, geez, what are these guys talking about? It's July 31st right now, acting like they just won the World Series. Yet that's kind of the devil on my shoulder, the angel on the other shoulder is like, hey, this team's the best team in baseball for the last month, so you got to take it and be happy with it. And then I stumble across the stat that I sent in our group chat earlier today.
Yeah, here we go.
For the 4th straight year,
108 games into the season.
Through 108 games, this team is 57 and 57.
51.
57 and 51. 4 straight years that they have hit the mark exactly through 108. And think about
where has it gotten them?
That's the thing. Think about each of those previous 3 years. Think about where they went. Also think about the teams that they were fielding and how you felt as a fan, what those teams' capabilities, what their ceilings were. Now, last season was a solid team. They were a playoff team. They had a decent lineup. They had good pitching. So I felt okay about 57 and 51 at that point. You think back to 24 and 23, those were just 2 seasons that led to nothing, led to mediocrity, led to them being in the illusion of contention, which is, we are right where John Henry wants the organization to be. That's the unfortunate part. That is
coming to the park. It got you buying stuff.
Yeah, it's lost in all this. That
overlooking the parking costs.
This is what they want, right? We suffer through 2 miserable months. We get 1 really good month, and it all evens out to a team that's right in the thick of the wild card chase. What does that really mean? I don't know that we know.
Well,
this
year the American League sucks.
That's what I mean. Like, this is when I'm talking about looking forward at what this team is capable of. I truly don't know how to answer that question, because I can tell you what I believe the Red Sox
could do some damage because the rest of the league stinks.
Exactly. Like, this team, when I'm looking at it in a normal scenario, ALDS, maybe if things break their way, league championship series as far as the glass ceiling on them. But this American League is so bad. Like, the Yankees do not scare me unless they go out and the entire rotation is healthy, 1 through 5, rolling into October, and they add another bat and they get Aaron Judge back. Because that lineup is, like, they got some boppers in there, but it's pretty porous too. And some of the guys who were boppers last year are not boppers this year. They're just hitting low averages and not hitting home runs in that little bandbox. The Rays, this is what they do. Like, they're doing it better, at a better clip this year. They have some better players. The top 5 of Tampa Bay's lineup is really good. It just falls off a cliff after that. And the pitching that they're getting it done with, McClanahan's good. They got some other guys at the front of the rotation, but it's very Tampa Bay-esque, where come playoff time, is that really going to hold up? You look around the league, and I wouldn't be surprised if, like, I don't even know who it is. A Cleveland that's been in the mix before, a Seattle that is still only a game on the outside. Like a Houston, if they can find the pitching, their offense,
they're only 1 game out of the wild card.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like, they're a team that, because if they can get any bit of consistency on the mound, Yordan Alvarez is the AL MVP. They still get a bunch of bats in the middle of that lineup to make it work with Pena at the top. Christian Walker is having a bit of a resurgent year there at first base. Like, that could be a team that I look at. And when you're trying to figure out who's coming out of this American League, the Red Sox, anybody's got as good a chance as the two teams at the top of it.
So, currently, there are 6 teams over 500 in the entire American League. 6 out of 15 teams over 500.
There's your playoff field right there.
Tampa Bay has the best record. They're leading the American League East, of course. The Yankees are 3.5 games in back of the Rays at 61-48, and then the Red Sox third in the AL East at 57-51, 7 games behind Tampa Bay. The Red Sox, if they were in the Central Division in the American League, they'd be tied for first.
Yep.
With the White Sox.
Yep.
So 2 teams in the American League Central over 500, a combined 8 games over 500. Chicago 6 games over, Cleveland 2 games over. If the Red Sox were in the American League West, they would be leading that division because in the American League West, there's 1 team over 500, the Texas Rangers, and they are exactly 1 game over 500.
It's pretty bleak out there. It's pretty rough.
I mean, there's 2 teams like significantly over 500, and that would be Tampa Bay and New York.
And that's really because of what the Yankees did the first 2 months of the season. The last month or so, they've been just treading water. Because think about where the Red Sox were in relation to that team a month and a half ago. On June 17th, the Yankees were 15.5 games in front of the Red Sox. That number is now 3 games in the loss column. They're just 3 losses behind the Yankees, 3.5 games back of them in the AL East and for that top wildcard spot. It's crazy just how bad it is out there, and that makes you think that, or it gives you the
illusion
feeling
of contention.
Why the illusion of contention.
The illusion of championships.
Yeah, it's not just the illusion of contending for a playoff spot this year. It's the illusion of being in the pennant race because of how bad the American League is.
All right, coming up in today's show, I mentioned the Red Sox now moving on to take on the Dodgers. That series begins tonight. Pre-game show at 9:10 here on the ticket. First pitch at 10:10 as Ranger Suarez will take the mound for the Red Sox. 4-3, 3.02 ERA. Of course, recently coming back from an injury. And we're going to talk with one of the voices of the Dodgers and a former voice of the Boston Red Sox. That would be Tim Neverett, our old friend. And it's going to be fun for me, exciting for me. I mean, I can hear that voice right now. He was only here, 3 years, 2 years?
A few years, but he got 2018 out of it, so he timed it up right.
Now, since then, he's won 3 with the Dodgers.
Yeah, he's really making it count.
2.25. So Tim, he's the man. We got to get him back. We might win again.
Just all the rings on that hand.
But the Dodgers play-by-play guy, formerly with the Red Sox, as Mark mentioned, in 2018. Compare. It's going to be. I'm going to enjoy hearing from Tim because I'm going to think back to him and Joe and all these other voices the Red Sox have had, and then I'll be happy for a while because I'll be reminiscing about what it was like in the past when we had normal
good old Tim Neverett
baseball announcers who are focused on the game and not themselves. We got a sports center and a weather forecast for you at the bottom of the hour, and we will have our Red Sox home run derby for August, and we'll take 6 calls there, Mark.
Yeah, we had to get a little creative with the bucket. Now, no roast this morning, so they don't get the jump on us, as has been the case.
So we got to make up for
they get to pull all the actual home run hitters, and by all, I mean the 2.5 that the Red Sox possess out of the bucket. I think there's 2 wild cards in there because when you have to go 12 deep on a team that doesn't hit home runs beyond the top 4, we got a player to be named later if they pick up an acquisition deadline. That's in the bucket. And also just a wild card of like a handful of guys with none or one.
I like that. Now, yesterday, while we were at Heroes, Mark and I, we announced Quinn Parody, owner of Heroes, pulled out of the Red Sox bucket the first winner in our Red Sox ticket sweepstakes, and that was Derek from Bangor.
Yeah.
And I think today the deal was going to be made where the tickets were going to be transferred to Derek as he looks forward to the Red Sox and White Sox coming up on Thursday at Fenway Park. But now we got to start round 2 because we have 2 more 4-packs of tickets to those great seats, Section 54, Row J, and we're going to start it all over again. And those names that are currently in the Red Sox bucket for the ticket sweepstakes contest, they will remain in there.
Yep.
But we'll start a new round and bring in some more people to compete in this sweepstakes. So looking forward to getting that underway. And we'll also be joined by Tom Giles from NBC Sports Boston. He'll join us right around 5:20. Got Sox props, buzzer beaters, and much more coming your way. And speaking of coming your way, and I was thinking it on the way in because I heard Freddie and Harry. Okay, so Freddie and Harry have been on from 3 to 7. So we come here, and if we're listening to the ticket, and of course we are, we hear Freddie and Harry. Now, in the last 3 or 4 weeks, they really haven't been there. There's been other people there.
I don't
ESPN
understand
does this
ESPN's
every year.
obsession with having to have the names of the hosts in the show, and then when they're gone, it's just replacement from the previous show, and then that show has someone else covering for it, and that show has someone else covering for it.
We go through this every year. It's like every year we go through this. So the shuffling continues. What's the morning show? The early morning show. Unsportsmanlike. Unsportsmanlike. Just took me a minute. They're on from 6 to 10. I don't think anything's changing there. From 10 to noon, though, and this is a bit of a screwball because we had a curveball, a change, and then they changed it again. Yep. So from 10 to 12, starting Monday, it's going to be the Golics.
Sliding back in.
Mike Golic and Mike Golic Jr. are back with ESPN, which is, I don't think things actually went that well at the end.
It definitely wasn't amicable now.
No, and here they are again. But so they are going to be on from 10 to 12, so that'll be a nice change. There's been 18 different people on that slot.
ESPN Radio right now.
Right.
Has been for a month and a half.
Rich Eisen, thankfully, will remain from 12 to 3. And then from 3 to 5, so you'll hear it just before the drive, 1 hour before the drive, is going to be Matt and Myron. And I like those guys.
They're an entertaining show.
They're on Saturdays, right? Saturday mornings?
One of the weekend days.
Sunday mornings. But anyway, my wife and I end up listening to them, and we find them quite entertaining. So looking forward to that. Not a big fan of Harry Douglas. I guess I'll have to listen to him on the way after the show.
Yeah. Heading home.
But anyway, Freddie's okay. I like Freddie better when he was on at night. I kind of miss that. But anyway, so they'll be on 5 to 7, and then I think it's still Amber and Ian from 7 to 9.
Yeah, and then Q Myers has like a game night show.
Yeah, yep. So anyway, from 10 to 12, it'll be new on Monday. That'll be the Golics, and 3 to 4 here on the ticket, it will be Matt and Myron.
It'll be a nice change of pace. It's what ESPN Radio has desperately needed, where now one show after another is not going to sound alike. They're all going to have their own flavor to them. They have their own pacing, personality difference. So it's not just kind of copy and paste the headlines from 1 hour to the next.
Yeah, like it's been
over
the course of the summer. But anyway, looking forward to that. I mean, I have nothing, as you know, I have no problem with change. I just want it to be good change, and I think these are good changes.
It's a good lineup.
And then the question will be, how long will it last? Because
who's the next to
move? All right, the drive is brought to you by Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Heroes is the place to be. We were there yesterday. We'll be there this coming Thursday. They are in downtown Bangor at heroesportsgrill.com. Thanks to all the crew there. They fed us well. Enjoyed those Texas Tornado burgers of different varieties. Yep. Also, UMaine Athletics. This fall, it's time to pack the stands at Alphonse Stadium and cheer on the Black Bear football team. Season tickets on sale now, and they give you the best value and the best seats for every home game. It's going to be here before you know it. Visit goblackbears.com/tickets. And we're also presented by your local family-owned McDonald's, Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, Wilson Street in Brewer. Get an extra value meal with extra value when using your McDonald's app in July. Got just a little bit of time left. We got some new things we're going to be talking about next week when it comes to your local family-owned McDonald's. But up until midnight, I guess, you can get a classic quarter pounder with cheese or filet of fish extra value meal for only $8 when using your McDonald's app. All right, we are going to take a time out here. When we come back, we'll be chatting with Tim Neverett, voice of the LA Dodgers. Jeff Passan from ESPN right there, talking about the potential for new homes for Tarek Skubal, of course, the standout left-hander for the Detroit Tigers. Going to be on the move here, sounds like, and The team that our next guest is the voice of is the leading contender, it would appear, based upon Mr. Passan. Joining us on the Heroes Hotline, Tim Neverett, our old friend from his Red Sox days and enjoying his days in L.A. as well. And I did this quick little weather survey. I thought, oh, maybe it's one of those days where our weather is somewhat comparable. So it's 81 degrees here in Bangor, Maine, Tim, and it feels like 81. All right. Where you are at, where the Dodger Stadium is, it's 89 degrees, and there's an extreme heat warning. It's a feel like of 102. Are you feeling it?
Yeah, it's not like vacation land, I'll tell you that. It's a little bit warm here, but that's okay. You know what's great about L.A. weather at Dodger Stadium is that by the time the game comes around, around 7 o'clock, the weather starts to cool off. When it gets to be about 8 o'clock, it's perfect.
There you go.
It's Chamber of Commerce weather in the evenings here. It's unbelievable. We're one of the few clubs that doesn't have a tarp on the field because we don't need it. So that'll tell you.
We got the LL Bean tarp at Fenway, and it's used all the time. But as you know,
I'm very familiar with it. Oh yeah, and I've been to LL Bean too, the big store.
Nice.
So I've frequented that place when I was living in New England. But but the thing is, when you come to Dodger Stadium, and if you're observant, you notice there's no tarp. You're like, oh, the weather must be great here, and it is. I mean, we're literally spoiled. I think of a story that Nomar Garciaparra told me when he came to the Dodgers. It's Red Sox connection here because Grady Little was with the Dodgers at the time, and they were standing around the batting cage, and Nomar was looking up at the sky, and Grady said, "You see that blue sky, Nomar?" And Nomar says, "Yep." He goes, "Every day, every blanking day, it's like that out here." He goes, "Love it."
Wow.
And so that story kind of sticks with me, and it's actually pretty true. You'll get some overcast days. We actually put a tarp out one day this year, I think, 1 or 2 days. We did have a little bit of rain during a game at one point, but not enough to stop it. I don't remember when the last rain out or rain delay was in LA. It's been quite a while, but
amazing.
Hopefully, I know we're not going to have any interruptions for this series. This is going to be a great series. You know, the Red Sox, the hottest team in baseball. The Dodgers have the best record in baseball, and this is what you hope for in late July and early August. A series like this that means something.
Yeah, Dodgers 69-40 coming into this series against the Red Sox. Of course, the Red Sox 57-51, but the hottest team over the last month or so here. And but I just want to go back to Jeff Passan. First of all, Mark and I were talking about this earlier, that we're going to be talking with a man, broadcaster who's probably won more world titles in the last 8 years. I mean,
there's no one else
you're
out
averaging
there.
One every other year, Tim. 4 titles in 8 years. Come on now.
Well, I'm very fortunate, and I'm fortunate and proud to say that I have the same jewelry collection as Mookie Betts.
There you go. That's a good
Not
point.
many people can say that.
Good point.
And
Good
now,
point.
because you guys just aren't rich enough, you might be adding the 2-time reigning AL Cy Young to the mix.
Well, the thing about the Dodgers organization under Andrew Friedman and the current ownership group is what makes them different than most other teams is no matter what name is out there, there's a good chance they're going to be in on the conversation. And that's kind of fun from our end where, it doesn't seem to be any type of restriction to economically or otherwise for them to say, oh, we can't get in that discussion. I mean, I've been with other organizations, not Boston, but the one before that, Pittsburgh, where they couldn't go after the top names at that point in time. Budgetary reasons or whatever reasons, they weren't always in on those discussions. And not to disparage the franchise, I really love them. They gave me a great opportunity there, and I'm still good friends with a lot of people there. But they just weren't in on every free agent. But the Dodgers seem to be in on all the big names, and I'm sure they're in on the discussion at some point in time. But the one thing I've learned over the years about this week, which is a very exciting week in baseball, and it should be, is don't believe anything you hear until the team tells you.
Yeah.
And I remember a couple of years ago when the Dodgers traded with the Nationals to get Trey Turner and Max Scherzer. We had already read on the internet, on the social media platforms and everything, that the deal for Scherzer with the Padres was done, and he's headed to San Diego. and about 2 hours later, he's in a Dodger uniform. So
wow.
don't believe everything until it is done. The conversation is great. The speculation is just it's perfect. But I'm one who tends to wait until the last second before I believe what I hear.
Yeah.
If they were to get Skubal, and it would make sense for them to do what they can to get him, I would think, in my opinion, because right now the pitching of Shohei Ohtani's up in the air for a little while because of a sore knee and a sore right bicep, more so the knee. And we're not sure when he's coming back. We are not sure exactly when Blake Snell will be back. That's going to be sooner than later. It could be his next start, or it could be one more rehab. And then Tyler Glasnow still not ready, but starting to throw to hitters, and he'll be out on rehab soon. But we will get some pitching back. But there is a possibility that this team, they're interested in Tarik Skubal. I don't think there's any question about that. There's a lot of smoke out there, but until we see the fire, we won't know what's happening.
Yeah, and if it's anything like last year, you talk about pitching coming back. I mean, the Dodgers battled injuries on their pitching staff all season long. You just kept hearing the names, this guy's down, but come postseason time, magically they were all there basically, and certainly it paid off. I just want to go back quickly to the Dodgers and spending. Like, there's a lot of rich owners out there. Just see the New York Mets and how they spend their money. And there's a lot of teams that do well and bring in a lot of revenue. But when it comes to the revenue streams, the Dodgers are in a different universe, right, Tim?
Well, yes. And one of the reasons is because of the man that wears number 17, who sat out last night but is expecting to hit leadoff again tonight, and that's Shohei Ohtani. The revenue that comes in from Japan right now is incredibly high. I saw a story recently where our team president talked about how in the off season they used to make like $3,000 a day in their team store. Now it's $30,000. That's during the downtime.
That adds up.
Yeah, that adds up. But that doesn't count during the regular season, where hundreds and hundreds and thousands of tourists from Japan come here. And one of the first stops is to the Dodger team store at Dodger Stadium. I mean, they pull in by the busloads, literally. Now, I still think that as far as a team store goes, the Twin store right there on Jersey Street across from Fenway is the best. From the time I was a kid, I begged my dad to take me in there every time he took me to Fenway. From the time I was in college and I lived 5 blocks from there, I would walk over there in the off season just to be in there when it was slow. And when I was working there, I'd go over there, and sometimes they didn't recognize me or know who I was, so I wouldn't get a team discount. I remember having to pay full price for playoff hats over there.
Gee,
but I didn't.
No respect. No respect.
But I didn't mind because I love that store.
Yep.
It's the greatest team store. Our team store at Dodger Stadium is really good, but it welcomes people by the busload almost every single day. And the revenue stream that's been created by signing Ohtani, I mean, you talk about $700 million, right? I would venture a guess right now that he's already paid for himself.
Oh, geez. I wouldn't argue with that.
The rest that they make on him, I mean, the outfield signs themselves, their costs went up, better than 10 times their original cost. I mean, it's incredible, the money. And I'll tell you this, I was just over in Japan. You can't walk 2 city blocks without seeing Ohtani's face.
Wow.
Or Dodger gear on people. I saw more Dodger gear than Tokyo Giants gear by a long way. It's incredible.
Just guessing, the Dodger team store probably doesn't have that same special smell that the team store on Jersey Street has, because it's right there. Obviously, once Yawkey Way, now Jersey Street, but you get all the smells from Jersey Street wafting in. It's been there forever.
Yeah,
I mean, some of those smells.
It is a special place.
It is. I love it.
There's nothing like on game day the smell of those grilled sausages wafting in there.
The Sausage King, yeah.
I love that. I think that's part of the great character of the area around Fenway.
Yeah, the second you started talking about that store, I was just like, man, I'm inside it. Like, it's one of those places that you don't realize how unique it is or how special it is when you're down there until you just started talking about it again. But I want to continue the conversation on Ohtani, Tim, because anytime we have you on, I have to ask you about the guy. He's my favorite player out there. I think we had you on right after he established the 50-50 club. Like, anytime he does something that nobody's ever done before. This year, just going about his business, ho-hum, 289, 23 homers at the top of the lineup. Hasn't pitched since, July 3rd? Like you're talking about with the sore knee and the bicep there. But this is a guy who, through his first 10 starts, I think he had 5 earned runs allowed this season. What's it like watching him when he is doing it both ways?
It's incredible. It's like nothing we've ever seen. You just look at the performance, in his time in Major League Baseball, which has been much shorter than Babe Ruth's. He's been better than Babe Ruth, I think. And you say, well, that's blasphemy. That's Babe Ruth is baseball royalty. Just look at the numbers. And Babe Ruth never threw the ball 100 miles an hour, right? I mean, this guy can dial it up to 100, 101 with his fastball. He throws a sweeper that's as good as anybody's in the game. His curveball is excellent. I mean, he's got like 6 or 7 different pitches. He's mastered them all. He'll throw them all in any count. And he can be devastating to opposing hitters. We've seen it. It's just, if he was just a pitcher, you would have him in the Cy Young conversation every year, right? But as a hitter, he's instant offense. He's got, I think, 8 or 9 leadoff home runs this year. And I've seen him do it, I think, 2 times this year on the very first pitch of the ball game on the road. Like, he's made it 1-0 after 1 pitch. And, he's a game changer. When he's on deck and there are runners on base, believe me, the pitcher knows who is on deck, and that affects the guy in front of him, how he gets pitched. So he has a big impact in the game, both offensively and defensively. He's not running the bases the way he did a couple of years ago because he had it set in his mind he was going to be a 50-50 guy, first ever to do it. And that season was nothing short of remarkable to watch. And that afternoon in Miami, when he finally reached both in the same game, when he reached 50 stolen bases and 50 home runs with a 3-home run, 10 RBI game to boot, right? He went 6 for 6. The things that he's able to do, most humans can't do. And the real measuring stick for me is when I see people who, maybe on a Hall of Fame track, like Mookie Betts or like Freddie Freeman for sure, when they are reacting to the things that Ohtani does and they are in absolute awe, that tells you how good Ohtani is.
So the Dodgers, any other needs other than maybe a Tarek Skubal to fill out this roster? Again, 29 games over 500. Do you see any other areas they might try to identify and attack?
Well, every team always looks at the bullpen. How can they improve the bullpen? We've got a lot of arms, a lot of good arms. I don't know what the front office is thinking, but I just go on experience here where every team I've ever been with every year looks for bullpen help, whether it's 1 arm or 2, probably 1 arm somewhere. If they are looking for a specialist or something, I don't know. When I say specialist, I mean a guy who gets a lot of ground balls. The other thing, too, right now, there's a question mark at catcher because of Will Smith's neck injury. I understand he's starting baseball activities again, but it's been this weird neck thing that's kept him out for a long, long time. And Will has been a really integral part of this ball club's success. He's been one of the best offensive catchers in all of baseball the last several years. And he's been out. And we don't know when or if he's coming back. We have one of our AAA guys backing up. Dalton Rushing has been getting extended playing time. He was expected to be the backup full-time this year, but he's been more the full-time catcher. He crushed a 3-run home run last night against Seattle. He's been hitting the ball pretty well lately, and I expect he'll be behind the plate again tonight to catch a bullpen game. We have Edgardo Henriquez, who's going to start tonight. It's going to be a bullpen game for the Dodgers. Believe it or not, with everything the Dodgers have, we don't have a starter available for tonight, believe it or not. So we're going with a bullpen game against Ranger Suarez, and I think catcher might be something they're thinking about maybe kicking the tires on right now.
All right. Hey, Tim, enjoy the weekend, Dodgers and Sox, and you can enjoy the, your championship, 2-time defending championship Dodgers while reminiscing about your time with the Boston Red Sox and also looking forward to that next trip to the team store on Jersey Street.
Yeah, I didn't get paid to do the ad for the team store, by the way. But it is great. That should be a definite stop when you go to Fenway. And, yeah, looking forward to getting to the ballpark and seeing a lot of people I know from the Red Sox and, of course, the broadcasters and Dave O'Brien and Lou and Will and all those guys that I know. And just anxious to get out there in a little bit. And I haven't left for the park yet. I'm leaving as soon as we hang up and go see my boys from Boston.
All right. Hey, Tim, again, we appreciate you taking some time for us, and have a great weekend.
Anytime you need me, just let me know.
All right. Tim Neverett, voice of the Dodgers, formerly part of the Red Sox broadcast team, joining us on the Heroes Hotline. The Drive is brought to you in part by Union Street Towing. They have you covered 24/7 statewide from breakdowns to lockouts. They'll get you moving fast. Call 942-4200. That's Union Street Towing, driven to be there when you need them the most. Also brought to you by Fat Panda Boba Tea and Market on Harlow Street in Bangor, next to Goslin's Bakery. Sip fresh boba, explore snacks, ramen, and their tasty Jamaican patties. And we're brought to you by Casella. Good pay, good people, good life. Find your place at powerofhardwork.com. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll get you a Sports Center weather forecast, and we'll get the Red Sox Home Run Derby for August kicked off here on The Drive. All right, first up there, Jarren Duran, who continues to struggle at the plate and continues to struggle with some drama.
Yeah, he's
on and off the field.
I've had about enough of him.
Yeah,
I really have, because
so you might be surprised.
No, that's the thing. He continues to show his true colors every opportunity he's given.
He's a meathead.
Whether it's to fans, whether it's to teammates, he's reactionary and he's petulant with how he's reactionary. Last night, top of the sixth inning, Wilson Contreras is on third base, less than 2 outs. Jarren Duran pops out to left field. He doesn't fly out to left field. He hits it about 150 feet, a pop out to a guy in Tyler Soderstrom who is in the 89th percentile ranking for arm strength in Major League Baseball. Again, he's got to throw it about $150 to home plate. Wilson Contreras, somewhere in the low to mid 40s as far as percentile for foot speed on the base paths. Third base coach tells him to stay. Wilson obviously doesn't really have any designs of trying to score because he understands the situation. And then you look back at the dugout, and Jarren Duran is circling his way back by first base. In the histrionics, he looks like Mac Jones out there in his second season at quarterback with the Patriots, where his arms are waving up in the air. He's yelling at Wilson to run, saying, "What are you doing? Like, why aren't you running there?" And then when they get back to the dugout, before the team heads back out onto the field, there's this great picture of Jarren Duran, who just after like cussing out Wilson Contreras and the situation and storming off like a little child, he's walking towards the end of the dugout looking all pissed. You got Contreras behind him who has just the most confused look on his face. Like Anthony Siegler and 4 other guys standing around looking at Duran like, what the hell are you doing? You're a grown adult right now. And it's something that I gave him the benefit of the doubt for like 3 years ago when he came out about his mental health struggles.
Enough is enough.
I'm sorry, and I feel kind of bad in saying this, but Jarren Duran strikes me as someone who plays that mental health card to get out of bad situations that he creates for himself.
Yeah, there's something going on there. There's a lot going on there. But that situation right there, that scenario, and him whining and, basically showing up his teammate on the field.
Who has kind of developed into the leader of the team because he handles situations like this in a professional manner.
But that is a guy who's thinking about himself. Like he's playing badly and he's got a chance, he's in a situation to drive in a run. He hits a little shallow fly ball to left field. And he's thinking about himself and that one RBI and maybe that one less at bat that will bring his batting average down.
Putting the team in front.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't want to hear from Wilson Contreras either, talking about him. Maybe he's got energy, but he's not exemplifying a team player.
He's the worst qualified hitter in Major League Baseball this season. Nobody with the amount of at-bats.
Which is unfortunate because we can't trade him probably.
I know. Nobody with the amount of at-bats that Jarren Duran has a lower average, sitting at 195.
Yeah, I mean, and this whole thing, not only his play on the field, but everybody knows about him now, and that's going to
that thing earlier this year in Minnesota, that was just made up, right? Because the Twins tried to investigate it and couldn't find the person and couldn't find any backing of what the person said.
Yeah. Excuses, I think, is what they're called.
It really is. It really is.
The drive brought to you by Premium Choice Broadband, local family-owned, bringing affordable high-speed internet to Maine for over a decade. Call or email and mention PCB, the ticket, and get 1 free month for new residential customers. Visit PremiumChoiceBroadband.com for details. And we're brought to you by Bangor Mall Cinemas, Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. Bangor Mall Cinemas features luxury recliners and upgraded food menu. Find showtimes and reserve your seat at your neighborhood theater.com. And is tonight the night for Spider-Man, or was last night the night?
No,
tonight's the night?
July 31st. Tonight's the big one.
There you go.
Now, it's nothing against the Red Sox Home Run Derby contest. I just noticed how the phone lines reacted when I think people heard a cue to call and thought that they were getting cued for something else.
Oh.
That's coming up next, so hang around and be patient. We're trying to make you double winners right now, though. There were just some very quick lit up and then dropouts.
So 1 game left for the Red Sox in July, and you've got the numbers here somewhere, Mark.
It's coming down to Abreu or Abreu. That's your power source in the middle of this Red Sox lineup.
It's a cross between Franklin Arias and Wilyer Abreu.
Abreu has 6. Contreras has 5. If Rafaela wants to go crazy tonight, he's got 4. So it's coming down to Abreu or Contreras. Contreras has the long for the month back on July 5th, 446 feet. But now we're going to jumpstart on August because no show on Monday. The month begins on Saturday. Don't want to be doing this 3 days late. Let's do it a day early and head to the Heroes Hotline. Who is our first contestant for next month's Red Sox Home Run Derby contest?
Hey, John in Solon.
John in Solon. John, any name in particular you want to hear pulled out of that Red Sox bucket by Jim?
Considering I got him on 3 of my fantasy teams, I'd go with Abreu or Contreras.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. John in Solon.
First name out of the bucket.
Unwrap it.
Very tightly wound piece of paper in there.
Wrapped here. Man, oh, man. Ceddanne Rafaela.
Okay.
Ceddanne, I should say. Ceddanne Rafaela is your man. I mean, he's streaky with the home runs.
4 of them this month, but he can certainly put up more power than that. So
4th on the team.
There you go. John, you're in there. Hang on the line for 1 second. I'll come back and get your info off air.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. From John in Solon on to line 2. Who's this?
Jamie in Winterport.
Jamie in Winterport. All right, Jamie, how you feeling about the Red Sox being the best team in baseball for the last month?
Pretty surprised, actually.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair
That's
reaction
an honest
on your part.
response right there. You didn't use the word shocked. You just said surprised. Now, did we mention that we give away 2 prizes in the Home Run Derby?
We do. Longest and most.
Yep, all right.
$40 to Heroes for each.
All right. Here we go. Again, very tightly wrapped. Well, he's 7th on the team in home runs.
Yeah. That means it's a real tiny number, Jamie.
Because they don't hit a lot of home runs, Jamie. Masataka Yoshida.
Masa, yeah. I like Jamie's reactions. They're very honest.
Yes. Surprised and
All right. Well, Jamie, hang around.
Know.
Yeah,
you never know.
Exactly.
He could run into some.
He's got 4 in 72 games, but you know what? He could double it up in August.
Just swing hard, Masa. See what happens.
Hang on for me, Jamie. I'll be right with you.
All right.
All right. We're going to have Mark check in on the phone lines. While he is doing that, I'm going to tell you more about the Red Sox ticket sweepstakes presented by Dunnett's Appliance and Service. And again, we're going to open up the phone lines here shortly. Gave away tickets to the August 6th game against the White Sox at Fenway Park. Derek from Bangor, the winner there. 2 more games that we are focused on. August 17th, Red Sox hosting the Diamondbacks. September 9th, Red Sox playing host to the LA Angels. 4 tickets to each game. Great seats, section 54, row J. Check them out online. And the next drawing will be August 10th on the roast. They will draw the winner of the August 17th game against the Diamondbacks. And then the drive will draw the winner for the September 9th game against the Angels on September 2nd. Call to enter the Sox sweepstakes, ticket sweepstakes. When you hear the special cue to call, all entries will carry over throughout the sweepstakes.
All right, back to the phone lines. There's a strong possibility this first line is dead, and they're on the next line. Yep. Knew it once I hit it because it jumped right over on me. Who's this?
Terry from Lee.
Terry from Lee. All right, Terry, we got Rafaela and Masa out of the bucket. Let's see who Jim fishes out for you.
All right. Here we go, Terry. see what we got here. We don't have a drum roll. We just have me unwrapping. Oh, Terry.
Give me a braille.
He's going to next best thing, I guess, Wilson Contreras.
23 on the
Leads
year.
the team in home runs.
I would have taken either one of those two. I would have taken.
You don't want us to throw Wilson back in the bucket for you? You don't want to pay that forward to the next caller? All right, Terry, you are in there with the team's leader in homers. Hang on, I'll be with you 1 second.
Hang on the line, Terry.
Okay.
Good luck.
On to line 4, who's this?
Chris?
Chris, where are you checking in from today?
Bangor.
Chris from right in Bangor. All right. Jim is back going fishing into the bucket.
All right. And Chris... we have a player to be named later in here, right?
We got a player to be named later, and we also have another wild card one because, again, with Massa 7th on the team with 4, it gets narrow real quick at the bottom of that list.
Well, this is a wild card, too. I'm sorry to say, Chris, but Andrew Monasterio.
Hey, he's like 5th on the team in homers
6th
at this point.
Yeah, he's 6th on the team, and you never know.
Very hot. It's month of July. He's got 3 in July. So
see, just heating up for August, Chris.
We'll see how it goes.
If he can double that,
he'll be on the number for this month. He will be on the number.
He could be the winner. And he might hit a long one. That's the other thing we got to remember.
Yeah.
Like Masataka could hit one wherever with a strong wind behind it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if that's the name we want to pull.
Those gusts we were talking about in the weather forecast, he catches one of those and he could have the longest.
Okay. Yeah, maybe he gets caught in the jet stream of an Ohtani blast from earlier in the game.
There you go.
Hang on for me, Chris. I'll be right back with you.
You got it.
And, we just had someone, but the phone line opened up now, so 992-9029. Had the lines full for a second. We do once again. Who's this?
Hey, this is Jake from Bradford.
Jake from Bradford checking in. All right. Jake, let's see who we got. Contreras and Rafaela, the biggest names off the board, so that means Abreu's still in there as we get blasted with some of that ambient noise in the background.
Man.
That's not a good noise to hear.
I don't know if I like doing this because I'm delivering bad news a lot here. Anthony Siegler.
Tony Siegels.
Yeah.
He also has 3.
On the season.
Coming from the bottom.
And the month.
Let's go.
Oh, that's right, because he hasn't been there all that long. So, hey, you never know. He could tie into one. And I think with a lot of these guys, you're just hoping that somehow, some way, they come up with the longest home run because they might not hit half a dozen.
Yeah, just need Tony to lean into one a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, all right, he's not buying it.
Yeah, Jake doesn't sound overly enthused by Anthony Siegler.
Good luck, Jake. Good luck. All right, we need one more?
We do, but I got to clear the lines here.
All right, got to clear the lines. Mark will do that, and I am going to tell you about Natural Lawn of America. If you want a greener, healthier lawn without harsh chemicals, Natural Lawn of America can help. Organic-based care and tick ranger protection. Call 721-0600 or go to naturallawn.com/Bangor-ME. Natural Lawn of America, naturally healthier lawns. Also want to tell you we're brought to you by Tim's Plumbing. And don't forget the Tim's Plumbing 100 coming to Ricky Craven Speedway on August 8th. Now, coming up, we're going to be giving away 4 VIP passes to the Tim's Plumbing tent. And we'll be giving those away. Ricky Craven's also going to join us next week to talk about the Tim's Plumbing 100. But again, August 8th, and stay tuned here to The Drive and the Morning Roast for chances to win some VIP passes to the Tim's Plumbing 100. All right, so we've got 5 in the books for the Red Sox Home Run Derby for the month of August. We need one more, right, Mark?
Phone lines are open, 992-9029. I would say the man that we opened this segment complaining about is probably the next name you want to hear pulled out of the bucket if you call in, right? Jarren Duran. He's 3rd on the team with 13.
We haven't had Willier yet.
Oh, we didn't have Willier. That's right. That's right. We had Rafaela.
Willier's still in here.
You definitely want Willier before you get JD. All right, back to the phone lines. Who's this?
Hello?
Hello. Who's this?
Molly Baker.
Molly, where are you checking in from?
We're from Ellsworth.
All right.
Molly from Ellsworth. Jim's got a name in front of him. Who might that name be?
You big Red Sox fans, Molly?
We are not, and we just heard. Colt, do you have any idea?
Okay.
Who they might be pulling out.
Yeah. Well,
you don't have to be a Red Sox fan to get in on the
part
contest.
of the contest.
Not
How
at
would
all.
we know?
Yeah.
I mean, really.
There's
would
no
not
way.
be able to know. And guess what? Molly,
She get
the
the big
non-Red Sox
big name?
fan, she got one of the big names in the bucket. Wilyer Abreu.
All right.
That's good, right?
That is
Yes,
very
that's
good.
a good- that's good news.
That's one of their 2 home run hitters.
Right.
So
That's what my son just said. He's 15 and a know-it-all, so that's a pretty good
All
one.
right.
That's
so
a good
he
one to
knows.
have. Yeah.
So the Baker family, what team do you root for, or are you baseball fans?
Don't say it.
Okay. Yeah, we know. We know.
Say it.
The only team
Is the team that's struggling?
Yeah, well, I was going to
Mightily?
say the only team remaining out there who Jim likes less than the Red
That's right.
Sox.
That's right. Yeah, it's the Yankees and the Red Sox at the bottom of my list. But anyway, we love you. Thanks for tuning in. And hey, you got one of the Red Sox sluggers here, so good luck to you.
Thank you.
You can win some gift cards to Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Molly, hang on. We got to get your information.
Okay.
Yep. All right, there you go. That's the Red Sox Home Run Derby.
That's not a bad crop to pull out. We got Rafaela, we got Contreras,
I did
we got
pretty
Abreu.
good for half the
That's a good
half
field.
the contestants. Yeah.
We got the big 3 out of the
Right.
bucket.
All right. So how are we going to transition here, Mark?
We got to break to the drive at 5, but
Okay.
one cue to call in between.
All right.